Okay, so welcome back. This is April the 14th, and I'm inside the Beechcraft D55 Baron. So this is my tool set. This is what I've been using here. You know, I've been coming here in this hangar every day for the last months. So this is just an overall view of the forward part of the floorboards. Those are manufactured new. They're wood, plywood. They were in plain wood appearance before. I decided to sand, prime, and paint them. It gives it a little bit better protection against oil spills, fuel spills, you know, what have you. The old ones were just soaked in oil, grease, and fuel and whatnot. So this has been a laborious process, even though I used the old floorboards as templates, but they were so in such a bad shape. They were all torn apart. The holes were like elongated. I couldn't just lay the old one on top of the new one to figure out where the holes were because it was so bad. So this is a trial and fit. You have to come here, put the new floorboards in, align the holes, drill them, especially these guys here. And these guys, they're bolted together right there. So you got to make sure the holes align. So this is where I spent most of my, this is the floorboard that gave me most trouble right here. This middle one here, because it's at an angle and it goes underneath. You see there's a metal strip underneath here. So you got to size it correctly here. This guy's here. This goes from the front. And yeah, prepare to spend a lot of time laying on your belly against the seat rail here. Even though I got this moving blankets here to protect me. And of course, plan on wearing knee pads because you will be on your knees. And again, since the interior is out, there are a lot of sharp corners and angles. You know, you can get yourself hurt. So I've done that. In a previous video, I explained what was done before below the floorboards. I don't know if most people pay attention when they do the interiors. My understanding is that most shops do from the floorboards above. They don't bother going below and taking care of what's wrong down there. I know of one shop that does it, and they're advertising on the American Bonanza magazine, and I visited the shop, Dennis Walter, and he just does an amazing job. What he does is a complete restoration. It's a labor, I mean, it's a labor of love, even though he charges for it, but the amount of time you spent in here is unbelievable. And just scraping the old insulation and the old tar, you know, Beechcraft uses tar against the skin, and then they laid that fiberglass insulation. You know, that yellow stuff starts coming apart. It's really nasty. So you gotta find your scrapers. You know, you gotta make up some tools like I did here. You know, these type of guys, you know, scrapers. And then you put like a Scotch-Brite on the, like this right here. This is a paint scraper, a paint mixing strip, and you put like a Scotch-Brite at the top. This one's all torn, and so you go gently underneath here, scrape everything, get rid of the old material. You know, being careful not to damage anything. And at the same time, this is an opportunity to inspect everything. You know, like here, you can see the fuel lines down there. Red is fuel, yellow is oil, blue is oxygen, of course, and then there's de-icing fluid as well. This is hydraulic fluid right here, you know. So it's a good opportunity to inspect your bird, make sure everything is all right, the pulleys, the cables, the tensions, you know. I found a lot of stuff that was binding here. For example, there was one hole in here, there was one screw here that was rubbing against the pulley that's underneath here. So I removed that screw, you know. Like here you got the screw. No problem, because there's no pulley underneath. But right here, there is a pulley. So you don't want to screw in there, rubbing against the pulley. But that's what I found. Anyway, so the material that I'm using on the side panels is called the Soundex. You know, it's of course a flammable resistant, FAR approved. It's a nitrile cell, closed foam cell. This is 1/2 inch, and it's got the on the outer, it's got this aluminum foil, which is it's heat protectant, flame retardant, you know, sound dampening, and it's according to my research. I mean, there's other materials out there, but